Hey guys, Cody here with Import Image Racing. We've had a few of you guys ask us to show you how to remove the flares on the 2022 WRX. But rather than just showing you guys removing the flares, we're gonna dive a little bit deeper and take a look at the actual fenders and quarter panels and see what it would look like maybe in the future as far as rolling the fenders, cutting the fenders, maybe a wide body kit, maybe larger flares, because a lot of people are speculating that maybe you could remove the factory flares and install larger ones. So we'll take a quick look at that. I won't make this video too long. We'll just kind of jump right into it. It's gonna be pretty simple. So here are the front fender flares. They're very simple to remove. The entire thing is held in with nothing but pop clips and a little bit of 3M tape. And there's no actual clips on the inside that you need to take off. We're just gonna pull up on the corner. That's literally it. Your entire flare is now off. So now to remove the front section of this flare on the front bumper, it's very simple. There's two pop clips on the back side. So you have one right here, sort of in the middle. We can push that in and grab a pry tool and pry it out. And then there's one at the very top corner of the bumper. Do the same thing, just push that in, get in behind there, and pop it out. Now looking directly at the bottom corner of the bumper, right here by the tire, you're gonna see one push clip in here. We can remove that. If you do not have the OEM STI front lip, it may look a little bit different for you because we do have this lip attached, so it'll look like that without the front lip. Now coming down just a little bit further towards the center of the bumper here on the side, right underneath the fog light bezel, we will see one pop clip here. We can pull up and remove that one. And our final one right here. And we can remove that one. So now with those 5 pop clips out, we can start up here at the top corner and just give that a pull. I would use your other hand to try and hold the bumper still. As you pull this out, you come around. Once you get to this corner, you're gonna have to lift up on your fog light bezel, and then this will pop off. Now moving to the back of the vehicle, there isn't actually a separate bumper flare. There's all one piece from the bumper into the quarter panel, down the dog leg, and then the piece on the door is actually a separate piece. So this one's pretty simple to remove. We have 2 pop clips, one right here above the side marker, and one right here below it towards the bottom. Now we can grab this bottom corner and start peeling it off. There we go. We did have someone ask in another video about removing this back side marker if it was possible, or this side reflector, I'm sorry. And it definitely is. You could just push in these tabs and then slide this out and then push in these clips. And voila, you can remove your side marker. Now this could be helpful if you want to install something else in the slotted area, or maybe you could actually cut this out and turn that into a vent. You can do anything you want with it. I'm sure eventually there'll be some light up options, different style lighting and stuff you can put back here, but that's what's underneath the flare. Now the door panel trim, exactly like the front fender trim, just a little bit of 3M tape and some pop clips, and that pops right off. When you take these off, and when you do put them back on, this is the only little piece of 3M tape that's on this whole thing. So you really don't need the 3M tape to hold it on. These pop clips pretty much do the job for you, but in case you were worried about that, you can always apply a little bit more 3M tape when you go to reinstall these. Now let's take a quick look at the fenders themselves, or in this case, the quarter panels. If you are considering maybe, oh, well, maybe eventually there's gonna be larger flares, maybe I can cut this out and get more room for a larger wheel and tire fitment, you can kind of see now what your limitations are. This is very thin metal right here. It's very thin right here at the edge, and it tapers as it goes up. And it goes tight up against this metal. So you could potentially roll this and get just a little bit more room, but if you roll it, you may not be able to get your flares back on properly. The back side of the plastic flare, you could trim this all the way up to the edge, which we have already trimmed ours a little bit already. You can see there that we have trimmed this. You could trim this all the way up to the edge if you really, really want to get just a slightly larger fitment. You could get a slightly more aggressive wheel or a wider tire. you know, and I think that would be really good on the stock flares on the stock vehicle. As far as the concerns about maybe doing a larger flare kit, here's where my thought process is with that. If you would have a larger flare kit that would come out a little bit further, which I do see being available in the market sometime in the future. I know people are gonna take advantage of this situation here. I see a lot of factory replacements probably coming, maybe like paint matched ones already out the box or carbon fiber ones, gloss black, whatever. I see them all coming to the market as the OEM replacements. I'm sure some companies are going to try and make larger fender arches, which I think could look really nice, but as far as practicality, I don't know how far we can go with it. Now, with any car, if you do a full wide body on this thing and you got wide body arches coming the whole way up to the top of the body line, you can cut all this up. You can cut this the whole way up through. You want your wheels to stick out just a little bit further, or you want a more aggressive offset and you're worried about rubbing, you can definitely probably cut this up just a little bit or roll this out and still reuse your factory flares. And then once you put your flares back on, you can cut these clean up to this edge and have your tire maybe just a little bit further out. When you're looking down the side of this quarter panel and you're trying to picture a wider arch coming out so that you can pull this wheel out more, there's not a whole lot of room to cut and still have these holes. So if you say cut up to here, which I think would be possible, you could probably get away with like an 18-inch wheel and a more aggressive offset. And then it'll poke out a little bit more and it'll fill out that flare. I think you could cut this and just have it held in with these top couple clips. And with this bumper support and this dog leg support, it would probably be perfectly fine. So I do see that being a viable option in the future where you would just cut out maybe to these top 3 holes and you would basically be removing these 2 that we looked at earlier. And that would, for the most part, be a good option for a flare kit. As far as wide bodying goes, you know, there's no limits on that. You just cut whatever you got to cut as long as it's hidden by the wide body flares. I don't think the bumper or the dog leg themselves will necessarily be a problem. You may have to roll this dog leg a little bit, in which case the flare, probably the factory flare at least, probably won't fit. And the bumper could maybe get trimmed just a little bit because the flare will cover most of that up. But anyways, let's move to the front. So at the front of the car, we're at a very similar situation where the metal is pretty thin here, a little bit thicker than the rear, but still pretty thin. And we don't have a whole lot of room to cut here though. We could maybe cut this lip off right at this body line, right underneath these holes, which would give us, I don't know, an extra 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch of clearance, which might be enough. And that is the nice thing, is that you could just trim that little bit and have that extra clearance. But I do think you could maybe get a little bit more aggressive offset or a wider wheel and tire and just trim this up to these holes, put your stock flares back on, you could trim the flares and potentially have a wider fitment. Now, no one's gonna know this for sure until they actually do this. And I don't see, you know, maybe in the future we will end up doing this for a different wheel and tire setup, but we have no need or desire to right now with this setup. But I think if you would get a more aggressive size wheel and tire or a more aggressive offset, something that would push the wheel out a little bit further and your car would drop down, you may be hitting this plastic liner here, at least this section right here. And if you're hitting this, you're gonna wear out this factory clip pretty quickly, and then this whole entire fender liner is going to start drooping down right in here. So I could see where you could maybe potentially cut this, but you can see inside there, there's nowhere for that really to go. And so if you cut this, you're gonna be throwing rocks and debris and sand and dirt right back through into your door. So when you open up your door, there's gonna be stones and rocks and stuff sitting there in the bottom of your door. Either way, I think there's quite a bit of flexibility with this if you're not scared to cut up your car a little bit. But now I'll just kind of walk you guys around, let you see what's under here so you can make any decisions or assumptions for yourself. But there again, you can see just how thin that factory metal already is underneath the flares. Well guys, hopefully this video cleared up some of your speculations and questions. And for some of you guys that don't have a 22 WRX and you were just curious, well, at least now you know. If you guys want to see anything else like this, let us know in the comments. We'll try our best to do it. If you want to see something else that we haven't done yet, let us know in the comments section and we'll do it. This was suggested by somebody a few days ago, so we made it happen for you. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you again in the next video.